Welcome to the Legends of Boxing Show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. Legends of Boxing Show is brought to you by the Retired Boxers Foundation and MyBookie.ag. I'm your host for the Legends Show, Mike Goodpaster, and today I'm excited to have on, I think, one of the greatest defensive fighters in boxing history, former three-time world champion, James Lights Out Toney. How you doing, James?
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Just excited to talk to you. I know that I talked to Mike McCallum Friday, and I know you guys had 3 great fights against each other, so I'm excited to hear from you now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let me correct you on one thing. I'm not a 3-time world champion. I'm a 14-time world champion. And one time with every business. I count all my titles.
All right.
I count all my titles. All my titles are legit because I won them.
Fair enough. So we will change that to 14-time world champion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and when we have guys on, we like to talk about where they came from, what their lives were like growing up. And I know I read that you were a really good high school football player also.
Yeah, football is my first love. I really wanted to be a football player, but I didn't do things right. I didn't concentrate on my schoolwork, and things didn't work out. So I fell back on my back with sport, with boxing.
Yeah, and how did you get into boxing?
Well, I was always fighting in the streets and everything, and then my mom said one day she took me to the gym, and I went to the gym at Ann Arbor Image Boxing Club, and I met this guy by the name of Stacey McKinley. You know who he is, probably.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while, and my mom talked to him, and she wanted to teach me a lesson. I tried to teach me a lesson, and they put me with a guy who had 14 amateur fights. And I gave him the business. And then he came over to me and said, "How would I do this?" I said, "I can do this and I'm going to get in trouble." I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And it wasn't quite how I thought it would be, because I had to learn how to do my jab, hit me jab for like 2 weeks straight. My arm was tired. And it just sucked.
Yeah, and can you talk a little bit about the influence your mother, Sherry, had growing up and helping you get into boxing?
My mom, like I said, she took me to the gym to try to teach me a lesson, but it was a good lesson because it taught me how to fight. It taught me discipline, and basically, I love boy.
Yeah, and you had a short amateur career compared to most. What led to your decision to turn pro?
Well, I fought in the '87 Ohio State Fair, and I fought. I never forget this. As soon as you never forget, I fought a guy by the name of Video Slate. And I dropped him 5 times, and I lost. And right then, I'm doing amateur boxing. I said, it's time to turn pro.
Yeah.
And then I told him at 6. Then I told him at 6. That's when Lights Out was born.
All right, so you turned pro in 1988. What do you remember about your pro debut, and how was it different from amateur boxing?
First, I'm not going to lie to you. I was kind of nervous at first because I'm going from big gloves and headgear to small gloves and no headgear. But once I got hit, it was on and popping. I couldn't wait to get the next guy.
Yeah, and then I know the first time I remember you fighting was against Ron Amundsen, 1989.
Yeah, I fought him in Milwaukee, I think, right?
Yeah, because I think that, let's see, I think he had fought Roy Jones, or he fought Roy Jones after you, but Amundsen was a good fighter. I think he was 16-2 when you fought him.
Yeah, Ron Amundsen, I think he fought Roy Jones first. And I think Roy knocked him out. And I was disappointed because I was disappointed because I hurt my right hand in the 3rd round. He had a hard head. He had a hard head, but you know, as part of the learning process that I went through, and I was happy. I was happy because I went 10 miles for the first time in my career.
Yeah, and I think, was your trainer at that time Bill Miller?
No, I didn't get with Bill until like my 16th fight.
Yeah.
Right back then, I've been trained by Greg Owens, and it's like I said, Greg was great. Greg was a great support for me. He took me to the gym every day, from hell or high water with the gym. We got in, we got it done.
Yeah, and you made the transition to Miller in your 16th fight, which was before you beat Michael Nunn. What kind of impact did Bill Miller have on your career?
Bill, he's still with me for life, because if it weren't for Bill, I probably wouldn't have the success I had, because he trained so many fighters before me as a child. Albert Charlie Wright, Tommy Hearns, Dwayne Thomas, Milton McCory, all of the others. He was blessed on me to give me the knowledge that I've gotten.
Yeah. All right, and then
I think hands down, Bill Miller is probably one of the greatest trainers of all time. He never got credit for it because I'm Man's Stewart.
Yeah, and I mean, working with those guys had to improve you quickly. You get your first title shot against Michael Nunn. You're a 20-1 underdog. You're fighting in Davenport, Iowa, his hometown. Nobody gives you a chance. What do you remember about that night and winning the first of your 14 world championships?
Well, I can see this. When we were supposed to fight after I beat Murphy Sosa, Jay, like, I had an opportunity for you to fight Michael Nunn, but it's in its own time. I don't think we're ready. Jackie, if you don't see this fight, I swear to God, I would never talk to you again. We done. I'm not. I said that's easy work. That's how much I believed in myself.
Yeah.
I said, going hometown, no problem. And everything for that fight is fresh in my memory, because when we first got there, we was at a nice hotel, a very nice hotel, sweet. It was called the Black Hawk Motel in Davenport, Iowa. Michael Nunn saw me in there. He didn't want me there, so they moved me to this hell in the whole wall hotel in Moline, Illinois, across the bay. And that really pissed me off. That made me even more mad. And then the whole week to the fight, the press conference and everything, he kept on picking with me. So at the win, it all came to the fight almost happened, because after my felt on my chin, I grabbed him by the neck and threw my table and said, "You touch me again. You touch me again, I will definitely kill you. I promise you." And everybody came, separated and stuff like that. And right then, that's when Bill said, "We gotta keep our heads. Keep your head." Because we came to do one thing. We trained hard every week for 11 weeks for this fight. And everything went to hell after the first round, because I was trying to knock him out with one shot.
Yeah.
But then after this round, Bill slapped me. We worked him hard to get to this point. We probably never been in a shot for a long time. And I started doing what we trained to do. It was his body, slow him down. Every time I hit his body, he was like, I was getting to him. And I kept on putting pressure on him, kept pressure on him. The 11th round came, guess what happened to him?
He got knocked out.
No, but before that, he got a notice. And the 11th round came, he got a time to do bill. He didn't pay the electric bill.
Yeah.
And the lights went out.
So where did the nickname Lights Out come from?
One day, me and Greg Owens, we was at home from the gym after we decided to turn pro. We were like, what can we do in fighting? And me, I was like, too sweet. He said, hell no. Hell, that's not gonna happen. No, like, I see the hell no. And then he came with the name and Lights Out for some some group called Grateful Dead, I guess.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but that's what he told me. I recall he told me. I'm like, no, man, hell no, I like that song. I don't like that name. It's terrible. It's a bullshit name. And then after a while, when I started fighting like everybody else, they would call me James. They what's up, Lights Out? And it's still.
All right, and then you defend a few times, and then you fight another guy with a great nickname, Mike the Body Snatcher McCallum. I think he's one of the greatest fighters that I've ever seen, and you had two epic fights when you guys were close to your primes. You want to talk a little bit about Mike McCallum and fighting the Body Snatcher?
Yeah, Mike McCallum was a great fighter. You know, at the time, Mike was feared. No one wanted to fight him. I'm like, man, he ain't shit to me. Excuse me. Bring him on. And then finally Bob made the match for December 13th, 1991, and it was a war. Mike, I'm gonna put this on record. Everybody know this. Mike taught me how to fight.
Yeah.
Because before I was going to knock everybody out, doing one to everybody. But Mike made you think. If you made a mistake, he'll make you pay for it. And thank God, Bill Miller had trained Mike McCallum prior to play me, prior to our fight. And so Mike taught me, so almost said that name, but Bill taught me all his flaws. I take advantage of it. He knew I won that first fight. He knew. Because if you look at the first match, I was his ass like rain dance.
Yeah.
He could have, because I was doing to him what he usually do to everybody else.
Yeah, and he's a fighter that was so great that guys like Hearns and Duran pretty much ducked him for the entire 80s.
Yeah, Hearns, Tyler, Duran, everybody does it, but I'm like, let's do it. Because I'm young, crazy, ready to play anybody.
Yeah, and after your draw with McCallum, you came back, you beat him by a close majority decision after that. Then you moved up to super middleweight and challenged Iran Barkley, and you dominated Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley, he had to come to him because he's doing woofing like he gonna destroy me like he did my idol Tommy Hearns. And he would tell me, tell me that he gonna kick my ass, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. It's okay. I can't wait. We had a bad press conference in L.A. and he came with a blade. And like I said, I ain't kept my opponent. This show up. He came with a blade, and I wasn't too keen on that. And there was a security guy next to me with a gun. I tried to grab the gun from the guy. Because I wasn't playing.
Yeah, and I mean, you took care of the blade. You put the blade's lights out in 9, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I bust him up. Real bad. He couldn't take it. I wanted to knock him down and out, but, he quit in the corner like a little girl.
Yeah, and after several more defenses, you had the super fight with Roy Jones. What do you recall about that fight? Because that was a fight that I thought you would win going into it.
Hey, you know what? That fight right there, I wish I could do that fight all over again. I would have trained for that fight. Roy, don't get me wrong, Roy's a good fighter, but he's not a James Toney caliber fighter. But I too lightly. I ain't getting ready for the fight like I should have. It was just playing around, not enough work, and I paid the open price. I lost, and y'all was talking about him.
Yeah. Now I know that fight, I believe, was promoted by Donald Trump, wasn't it?
No. That That fight was promoted by Bob Arum. It was in Jim Grand.
Okay, I thought it was at Trump's casino. All right.
No, you talking about the Mike McCown fight?
Yeah, that's
The
it.
second one.
The one in '91. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
did you have any dealings with Donald Trump?
No, I ain't like him. I ain't like him then. I don't like him now. So at the time when Donald Trump was getting to the game, I was like, "Who is Donald Trump? Why do I care? I didn't care. I didn't care for him then. I'm sure never gonna care for him now."
Well, we can agree on that. Let's see. All right. Then you came up. You had 2 fights with Montel Griffin, which were both controversial. I thought you won both of the fights. What can you tell us about fighting Montel?
I think what happened, the fight with Montel was political because the situation that happened between me and Jackie, and my mom heard one of the guys after the fight said this fight was for Jackie, and they took it from me. So, but it is what it is. Montel know he didn't win both fights. Everybody who saw the fight know he didn't win, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and then your career kind of seemed to be in a little bit of a slump after that. Then 2003 comes. You end up being the fighter of the year. You're in the fight of the year with Vasily Jurov. The Jurov fight has to be one of your most memorable moments.
It was a great fight because everybody thought that he was too big, too strong, he was too young for me. But you know what? Persistence pays off. I stayed on him. I wanted to fight him, but I feel because my motto, in order to be the best, you have to be the best.
Yeah.
And he was the best crew. He was the best crew where it was at the time. And I went in and took him my business. I took him to school. I beat the brakes off him.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. He was a tough guy, but he didn't have the skill level you had.
No, don't get me wrong. He was an extremely tough guy. He put some hell shots, and he stayed in there until the last round. I finally put him down. And hey, I said it was a memorable night for me because we both went to the hospital.
All right. Then after that, you win the cruiserweight title. You move up to heavyweight. Now, was heavyweight your end goal when you were younger, to be the heavyweight champion of the world?
I told you about when I was younger. When I became a fighter, when I came up to football, I would be heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody just want to tell me, no, you ain't gonna have to be too small. You too small. You can't do it. I said, well, that's what I do. And I'm headstrong. If you say I can't do it, I'm gonna do it. And that's what I did. I've done it 5 times.
Yeah, and you jumped right in. You fought Evander Holyfield. I don't think too many people gave you a shot there, and you dominated Holyfield with your skills.
Nobody gave me a shot. Everybody said I'm too small. Once again, I'm too small. I can't do it. Evander knocked me out. I said, knock me out? That ain't happening. I ain't never been knocked out. I never will be knocked out. And I went in, and I promised, I told Evander at the opening press conference, everything's all cool until he said I was a tune-up fight for him. When he said tune-up, I thought, I came here to be cool, be cordial, but since you said that, I'm not going to F out. That's what I told him. Yeah, when you really know me out, you stand in front of me, you going to see it. I said, I'll be right there in front of you. I ain't going nowhere. And if you know James Toney, everybody knows James Toney, he's not run from nobody.
Yeah.
I stayed there in front of him and bombed him.
Yeah,
then after came.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last round came, he got sleepy. He saw the Sandman. He went to sleep. He quit. If people ran the ring and saved him, because I'm about to do him dirty.
Yeah, and then you get a shot at the heavyweight title, or at least a portion of it, with John Ruiz. You beat Ruiz to take his title away, and then you test positive because of steroids. What happened that caused you to test positive?
Now remember, if you follow my career, when I fought the fight before I fought John Reeves, I fought right there Brooks for the IBA Heavyweight Championship of the world.
Yeah.
I beat him, but in the second round, I told my body to tricep, and I kept on fighting with it because they wanted to sell the fight. No, I'm keep going. I'm fought him. But as you know, after the fight, I had that surgery. We had surgery. You have to take steroids to mend the muscles together, the new muscle, because I had the therapy put in me. And me not thinking, they said we can fight Reeves, we can win. I said, I want it right now. So I fought Reeves with one arm, basically one arm, and beat him with one arm. And but as the fight, I took the positive for steroids. I don't take, and look, the more I hate needles. And so I don't know, so what they did is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Now, I know you fought earlier this year. Do you have any plans for any more fights in the future, or are you retired?
Are we done?
You done? All right. So what's your take on the heavyweight division today with Wilder, Joshua, and those guys?
Well, let me tell you that back. I'm not done yet, but like I said, I would love to fight, but at the right opportunity around, it won't happen.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to fight Shannon Briggs, and Shannon Briggs or someone. Let's go, champ. I'm the champ. Period. I would love to have a rematch with Roy Jones, but Roy, he's scared to death. So he's giving everybody a rematch, but me. And but there is what it is. I'm looking forward to bigger and better things in life. Everything's going great. I can't complain. If I was, ain't nobody listening. But it's cool.
All right, so when you look at the heavyweight division today, what is your opinion of Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder?
I love both of them. They're both great. They're both fighters, good, good, exciting fighters. At first, I wasn't cool on Deontay Wilder, but I see Deontay is the one who made the initiative to get all the belts together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that because he reminded me of me. Because I was the one trying to take the initiative and everything I did. And I like that. I think Deontay's fighting. He's fighting a good quality opposition. And Anthony Joshua is a good fighter. I did him world champion before he fought 10-round fights. They're both very talented fighters. I want to let them see that fight.
Yeah.
But other than that, in the heavyweight division, I don't see nothing out there.
How about guys like Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, Sergey Kovalev, Andre Ward? What's your take on those guys?
Oh, I love them. They're all good. They're still fighters. True Jesus, he's fascinating. Andre Ward, he's incredible. Even though he's not in the game no more, but I think he will. Eventually, he will return. And Canelo, he still has something to prove.
Yeah, and did you see Billy Joe Saunders Saturday night?
Oh, you know what? That was shocking.
Yeah.
That was shocking. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, from seeing that, I think Canelo, and especially Triple G, as old as he is, and he seems to be slowing down, I think he'd give both of those guys all they could handle.
Well, I think, like I said, Triple G he's in the league all by himself.
Yeah.
Him and Daniel Jacobs, who I think is probably the second best middleweight in the world right now. I think right now Billy Joe can't beat him, but it would be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I'm not saying he could beat him. I'm just saying now that is a fight that I would really like to see, where before I thought it would just be Saunders getting blown out.
See, that's why I'm fucking for the fight because I ain't seen none of Billy Joe Sanders but mouth. I love he just I love the Tyson Fury just talking who has no skill, but the guy has skill.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to him. You know, it ain't it ain't bragging if you can back it up, and he looks like he can actually back it up. Another guy,
right.
What's your take on Vasil Lomachenko?
He's a good fighter, a very good fighter. I think it's still something to be seen.
Yeah, I agree. But from what we've seen so far, for just 12 fights, he's pretty damn good.
He looks great. I can't hear the kid. The guy looks great, and he's coming. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, well, I think you need to get Roy in the ring again and knock Roy's out. You need to turn Roy's lights out.
Well, I think he should make that happen. May happen before I gracefully fall away from the sport. I love boxing. Boxing is the greatest sport in the world besides football. Anything else, I love it.
So you a Lions fan?
Oh, no doubt. You know, even though we're gonna be short in the playoffs this year, but I think we all right. We're gonna be all right.
Matt Stafford's a bad dude.
Yes, he is.
But all right, James. Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Hopefully, we can have you back on again sometime.
Oh, definitely. Just give everything. She'll hook it up for you.
All right. Thanks a lot, James.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. I want to remind you.
Hey, happy holidays to you.
Hey, same thing to you, James. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right, guys. I want to remind you, Thursday night we'll have James Buddy McGirt on at 9 o'clock.
Oh, Buddy.
Yeah, we got Buddy, 9:30 Eastern, Thursday night.
Hey, hold on. You tell Fat Chops to tell hello, okay?
I most definitely will, James.
Throw on Fat Chops. He loves it.
All right. Thursday during the day, I think at noon Eastern, we'll have former heavyweight contender Ron Stander on. And then next week, we're looking at Milton McCrory, another one James knows. Right, James?
That's my guy.
So we'll have Milton McCrory on probably sometime next week. Go ahead, James.
The Iceman, Milton McCrory.
Yeah, he was a bad dude.
Yes, he was.
But, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I want to remind you, you can hear all of our shows on iHeart, iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher. Anywhere you find sports podcast, you'll find The Grueling Truth. So, for James Lights Out Toney, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.